This is the day that Yahuwah has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Welcome into the channel. This is Chukwu Omega Kitchen. I hope everyone's doing well today. And as you can tell by the ingredients here, we are going to be putting together an ice cream recipe today. And I hear that it is absolutely one of the best, even if you are not a fan favorite of bananas. So we're going to go ahead and try it. My husband loves bananas, so I decided, let me go ahead and try this recipe, because if I don't like it, I know he will. So these are the ingredients that we will be using. And of course, I'll list them down in the description box, as I always do. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump right in. So we're starting out with half and half and heavy cream. And I'm simply going to let this warm up while I'm mixing together my other ingredients. I'm now going to go ahead and mix in my egg yolks. I'm going to mix in my half a cup of granulated sugar and my half a cup of brown sugar. And I have my 1/4 teaspoon of salt. All right, let's get this mixed in. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of my warm milk, and I'm going to go ahead and get this mixed together. I'm going to stop a minute and scrape down my bowl, because I want my sugars and my eggs to be mixed really, really well. And those bits of sugar there in between the whisk, try and get those mixed in as well. All right, I think we did well on that. Now I'm going to go ahead and add this to our cream and milk mixture. All right, we're whisking this in. I have it on setting number 5 on my stove. Simply going to let this thicken up. Slowly thicken up. I've switched to a wooden spoon. That way I can gauge better once it is thick enough to remove from the heat. You want to keep it moving so that your eggs don't start to cook and your base does not burn. Alrighty, starting to stick to the back of the spoon, so it is safe to remove it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and strain this just to remove any lumps that may be in there. Did pretty well, not too many pieces of egg. Alright, so we're going to now go ahead and add in our vanilla extract. I'll let this cool down, and we'll come back to it later.
Let's make the pudding.
All right, we're going in with our 3 cups of milk, whole milk. We have our 2 cups of heavy cream. I'm simply going to let this heat up as well, slowly warming up. So we're going to go ahead and start. We have our 6 egg yolks in our bowl. We're going to add in our sugar, sea salt, and our cornstarch. And these are the ingredients that make up our base for our pudding. So let's go. I'm mixing my sugar in intervals, not pouring it all in at once. I just find that it mixes better this way. All right, we're going to stop and put in our cornstarch. And you see how that just blew up like that? This cornstarch will be all over the place if I don't wet it before I go in to mix it. So I'm going to grab a spatula and fold it in before I start to mix it, just to reduce the blowback. No snowstorms if we can help it. Okay, so kind of fold that in there, get it wet. Now at this point, your mixture is going to be really, really thick, so you may want to turn up the speed on your mixer. All right, we did it. We're definitely going to go ahead and thin this out just a bit using my milk and cream mixture. Now, because I don't have anything like banana extract, I'm going to be using a little bit of the banana cream instant pudding. I'm using 2 tablespoons. That should be just about enough. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, I just tasted that. I am not a banana person, but I just tasted it to see if I need to add any more banana cream pudding mix, and I do not. This is divine. Oh my gosh, let's get going, guys. Now I'm still thinning this out because I want it to easily pour from my mixing bowl when I go to add it to my saucepan. So that's what you see me doing here. Okay guys, we are ready to add this to our milk mixture to our saucepan and let this go ahead and cook up and do its thing. Now I know I said I'm not a banana person, but you know how growing up you had things and it just did not taste good? But as I have made my own version of different things that I didn't like as a child, I have discovered that it wasn't made right. That's how come I didn't like it. So me putting my own spin on things, I think I might take that back. I might like bananas after today. My goodness, this tastes good. And we haven't even put it together yet. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move over to the stove. I think I'm talking too much. Stop for a minute. Okay. Alright guys, let's get this whipped in here because we want this pudding to be absolutely perfect. I have it on setting number 4. Alright, I'm going to set my timer for 2 minutes and then we will return once this is ready. Alright guys, we have our pudding. And we're going to go ahead and strain it the same way we did our ice cream base, getting rid of those egg bits that may have cooked while making the pudding. Alright, we have our 3 pats of butter there. Let that melt down in there and then mix it in. And then we'll come in with our vanilla extract and our butter extract and we'll leave this on its own to cool. Alrighty, our butter has melted down into our pudding. Alright, our vanilla extract and our butter extract. Fully combined. All right, guys, let's let it cool down and we will be back. All right, we are back on the next day. I let my ice cream base and my pudding sit overnight. And we're now going to go ahead and mix our ice cream together and get it into our ice cream maker. I used a touch of lemon juice to reduce the chance of my bananas browning. And I'm going to go ahead and strain this through my strainer. I want this to be really fine and not have any lumps if I can help it. I started out using one banana, tasted it, and decided that I wanted to use the other. So I did use 2 whole bananas. All right, we are finally ready to pour this up into our ice cream mixer. I know you're probably, if you have hung in thus far, you are probably saying, my goodness, this is a long video. But over here, we do not make fast food, we make good food. So if you want something that's fast, you'll get just that. It's going to taste like it. But if you want something that's really, really delicious, I have found that you just have to take your time with it and make it with love. That's what we do over here. So I've let my ice cream mix to a soft serve consistency because I wanted to be able to fold in or add in my banana pudding. So that's what you'll see me do in the next few frames. Adding in my pudding here. And for my cookies, I used a blend of the classic vanilla wafer and the Chessman butter cookies by Pepperidge Farm. A winning combination. I'm letting my ice cream freeze overnight, but 4 to 6 hours should also give you a good freeze if you want to serve this right away. Yes, we are finally ready to eat the ice cream. Don't forget to let me know how your recipe turns out for you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Y'all willing, we'll see you on the next one. Shalom.